Students, today we are going to study the distance time graph. Here we are dealing with two variables, one is distance and other is time. Whenever we have to plot a graph, then we need two variables, one is independent variable and other is dependent variable. Out of these two, time is independent variable and distance is dependent variable. So we know that time is independent variable, and independent variable is always plotted in the x-axis, and dependent variable it is always plotted in the y-axis. So students, the change in position of a body with time can be represented as a distance time graph. In this graph, distance is taken on the y-axis. As I had told you that distance is a dependent variable and it should be plotted on the y-axis, and the time is taken on the x-axis. It is independent variable and independent variable is always plotted in the x-axis. The distance time graph for uniform speed is a straight line. We are talking here about speed, as we know that distance per unit time is known as speed. So by using these graphs we can also calculate the speed. This is because in uniform speed of a body travels equal distance in equal interval of time, we can determine the speed of a body from distance time graph. Now they are used to find speed or velocity, and the slope of it gives the speed of the body. Now there are three types of distance time graph. The first one, that when the object is at rest. When the object is at rest, then we take distance and time, and when the time it goes on increasing, suppose the object here in this graph is at some distance that is fixed, that is not moving. It means as the time goes on, the object it is fixed at one position, it is stationary, it is at rest. If we draw the graph, then we get a straight line, but this straight line it is parallel to the time axis. So it's a straight line parallel to the time axis. It is the conclusion of this graph that whenever object is at rest, then we get a straight line which is parallel to the time axis. Sometimes the graph may be given to you and you have to find out the conclusion by observing this graph. If the line it is parallel to the time axis, then we come to know that object is at rest at one distance. Now second type of graph is for uniform speed or uniform motion. When a body is moving with uniform speed, then body it makes a straight graph which is passing through the origin or having constant slope. If we draw distance and time, then we know that if time is 1 second, then the distance covered by the object is 2 meter. If time is 2 seconds, then the distance covered is 4 meter. If time is 3 seconds, then the distance covered it is 6 meter. It means equal distances in equal interval of time. Then such graph we get a straight line. It is also a straight line, but there is a difference. This straight line it is passing through the origin and having constant slope. If we want to calculate the slope, and slope is a quantity or a ratio, the quantity which is represented on the y-axis and to the quantity which is represented in the x-axis. Suppose for y-axis it is y2 minus y1. We are considering any two position, then we will get the value of distance, that is y2 minus y1, which gives us the distance, and x2 minus x1 it gives us the time taken, which is equal to the speed. Now the third one graph is for non-uniform speed. When a body is moving with non-uniform speed, it covers unequal distances in equal interval of time. Here we get two types of graph. One is with decreasing slope and other is increasing speed, slope या speed. these first one, that is for decreasing speed. Here the speed of the object it decreases, and in second one it is for increasing speed. So greater the angle, greater is the slope, and greater is the speed of the object. These are the distance time graph, and we use these graph to calculate the speed of the object, or the slope of the graph, that is also used to calculate the speed of the object. Thank you.